From Mordor to Hogwarts to Gotham, the nerds have come together to create a show for nerds by nerds. Join nerds doing nerd things as they talk about all things nerdy. Stay up to date on the show by liking the Nerds Doing Nerd Things Facebook page. Now it's off to the show. Take it away, nerds.
Hello everybody and welcome to Extreme Sim TV. Here tonight we have for you the Road to Indy series at Long Beach. And as always, I'm AJ Capola. In the booth with me tonight, it is the owner of Extreme Sim TV. It is Matt Johnson. How are you, pal?
I'm doing good, buddy. Good intro, man. Welcome everyone tonight. Going to be a great one here on our annual Monday night doubleheader. The only thing that kind of sucks is it didn't fall on Halloween this year, because that would have been really cool if this doubleheader would have fell on Halloween.
Well, I'm happy we had Halloween off because I was able to see the bunch of costumes I did last night. But I will say having a race on Halloween with all the Halloween type cars would have been pretty cool.
Yeah, it would have been, but here we are, round number 8, AJ, of Road to Indy, and we're coming down to it tonight at Long Beach. And, of course, we'll take a look at our point standings after last week's win. Spencer Marsh, 2 points off of Scott going into to Long Beach tonight, AJ.
Yeah, and Spencer has been on a tear lately, and just by looking at qualifying right now, Spencer is P1 at the moment, while Scott is sitting P5, almost a second behind Spencer.
Yeah, and again, that points difference between first and second, AJ, just alone is roughly 12 points. So Scott's really got to stay on board here tonight if he wants to go to victory or go have a shot at a championship here as we continue to get ready to go. And we're trying something different, AJ, on our qualifying ticker. We've actually got the cars' paint jobs on there this time around. A little bit different.
I mean, you're stepping up your game with every broadcast.
Yeah, we're working on some different things. I don't think that'll work for every series, but for the IndyCar series, I think it works really well due to the car numbers on these things are so hard to see. You kind of have to go off the paint scheme. But right there is Dale. You see Dale working his way through right now. And right now he's 8th on the board, 111 for Dale. And that's not the greatest, but not terrible.
No.
It's very respectful.
Yeah, that's absolutely the best word for it.
And really here tonight at Long Beach, is that not the thing you're going to do all night long anyway, is try to battle the track, right? You're racing the track, not your competitors.
Yeah, you're going to want to stay out of the walls, number one, which is just adding to your battle the track. You're going to have other drivers around you, but for the most part, you need to make every single turn count.
Now, we will say this, AJ, as we come into this one tonight. As you see right there, already trouble for Scott. That's your points leader. Bounced it off the fence, knocked the wing off the car.
Yeah, that's a tow back to pit road, and I don't think he'll have enough time to get around this place, which he will not, because it's a 20-minute qualifying session, and we're sitting at about 19 and a half minutes right at the moment.
Yeah, and that's going to be the problem we see all night long, is if you make a mistake here, you're going to pay for it in a hurry.
Yeah, and with how fragile these Indy cars are, you're really going to pay for it with losing a wing, knocking a tire off. But, Matt, you've raced here before. You have experience here. My only experience here is in the Forza games, Forza Motorsports games on the Xbox. I mentioned to you passing zones.
Yeah.
Where do you think the best passing zone is outside of turn 1 after the long front straightaway?
Really, turn 2, you kind of, as you go around the fountain, you can't do much. But as you get back on the throttle past the turn 3, past the fountains, you can kind of get around there. Now, the trick to this place, you want to pass, but the problem is you got to keep the car clean. I've won a couple of road races here in the Ferrari and the Audi touring car. You've got to keep the car clean. Passing's not really going to be what you want to do. You're more focused on just keeping these Indy cars out of the fence. But turn 1 by far the best. Probably my least favorite to try it is actually the last corner because it is so tight. But let's take a look here. Front row, Spencer is right now on the pole outside Jess Webb. I believe he is brand new in that 3 camp. Row number 2 right now, Joey and Mr. Mitch Heller right there in that second row. Row number 3, that's your points leader, Scott. He's going to have to come up with something. Ken Cramp right there in 6th. 7th is Dale Weiser. 8th is Eric McCarthy. 9th here tonight is going to be Wiggins. And Level is 10th. We got to get Level's car in here as well as we get ready to go here, and everybody waiting on the time to completely run out before we get them up. To answer your question, AJ, this is going to be a heck of a race.
Oh, I was looking forward to Long Beach because outside of the Indy Roval and a couple other tracks that these Indy cars ran, this is a very technical racetrack with some very high-speed areas.
Yeah, I do believe you're just about going to have to get the haulers out ready to go for these cars after Long Beach because they're going to be a lot of them beat all to pieces. I do believe here tonight, guys.
So I forgot to mention at the beginning, Extreme Sim TV is also brought to you by my podcast, the Nerds Doing Nerd Things podcast. We talk about all things nerdy, and coming up this Friday, we are talking about the new My Hero Academia movie that just released on the 29th. For anybody who is not aware of My Hero Academia, it is an anime where 90% of the world has superpowers.
Now, a question for you. Is it your podcast or is it Susie's?
Nerds Doing Nerd Things is my baby.
Now, a question for you. Would Susie argue that fact?
Absolutely not.
Uh-huh. So, folks, we have conspiracy here because I think the real story here is Susie is the boss man over there, and AJ just follows what Susie says.
No. It is my show. I come up with a lot of the stuff that we're going to end up doing, but she is my co-host, and a lot of times I will bounce stuff off of her before I end up sending it to the whole group, and, I'd rather her tell me I'm kind of nuts and insane than anybody else.
Well, good point there. As we see some of the beautiful artwork here from the Nerds Doing Nerds Things podcast as we're gridded up on the straightaway, getting it ready to go here from...
That means you're going to see the lightsaber battle.
Yeah, you're going to get ready to see the lightsaber battle here as we get ready to go. And this is going to be a lightsaber battle here tonight at Long Beach, I do believe.
And we're rolling. And we only have about 45 seconds till we're green flag.
Yeah, so we are ready to go again. Check out the Behind the Mic podcast on Matt as well on the channel. Yeah, but we're out of time. We're back at the racetrack and entering the final corner, AJ. And now they got to get these cars turned and ready to go racing here tonight.
Yeah, let's do it. Here they go. And
Green flag, green flag.
Spencer, great start by him. Spencer out front leading the way here into what will be turn number 1 side by side for second.
yeah, I don't know if you want to do turn 1 side by side. As you see, is that Jesse that went long?
Yes,
No, that is Joey that went long.
Oh.
Joey in the 38 that just did not get her woed down and really paid the price there. No damage or anything, so that's good.
Yeah, you
But
do.
Unfortunate.
You do have a long runway basically there, just out of turn 1 to get it woed up. But Spencer Marsh gone. Webb second. Third is Scott. Points leader Mitch Heller has moved in fourth as we enter the halfway mark of the circuit right now, and nose to tail they are. And this goes back to what you said, very hard to pass here.
Yeah, the hardest part is the racetrack. The second hardest part is passing at this track.
Lap number 1 going to be complete this time as they inch through final corner. That's the part of the racetrack you got to be so careful with, right? You just
I
got
see
to.
a lot of people using push to pass on this front stretch right here.
Oh yeah, that's going to be push to pass central, to be honest, as they continue to run right now. Marsh, Webb, Scott third. Look at Heller running fourth. Fifth is Ken, and sixth is Dale right back here as well. Joey in eighth. And Joey back up to eighth after running wide there on the first lap, AJ.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, but there's no damage. He's only 10 seconds back. So I would call that a, oh well moment instead of a, oh crap, my night is over moment. But speaking of tires, which I don't know if either one of us said tires, there's a new rule with tires tonight. Matt, would you like to take our listeners through it?
Yes, the rule is you have to run the red compound and the black compound tire once in this race. So we look up front, and I do believe the two race
I can go through the whole
leaders-
field right now in the entry.
Yeah. Go ahead, bud.
Okay, Spencer Marsh has... where is he's on the black tire.
Yep.
Our second place driver, Jesse Webb, is on the black tire. Scott and Mitch are both... Scott is on the black.
Nope.
Mitch is on the black.
Nope, Scott's on reds.
Did I read that wrong?
No,
Nope.
I think he changed. I think he changed it for the race though, because that would have been the first.
I was
two
going to
are
say
right.
his entry right now shows him on black. I know his rims are black. His wall tires are black.
Yeah, they're black. Never mind. It was the red rims that threw me off.
So the only people on red right now are Andre, Dale,
Yep.
Ken Crabb,
Yep.
and Eric McCarthy. Those are the only 4 drivers that are on red right now. So if you're on a red tire, you need to make as much progress as possible before those things wear.
Yeah, exactly. Because what's going to happen is when we come to pit stops here, and these leaders go to reds, here later on, the advantage is going to flip back the other way.
Yep.
One car on pit road as we speak right now out of this event. Actually, 2 cars now out of the event at the moment. That's level. Or excuse me, it was showing a level out for some reason.
No, I have Clinton Wiggins just sitting on pit road at the moment.
Yeah,
he
Wiggins.
has not taken it back. He's rolling.
He's rolling right now.
It makes me wonder if he switched tires.
I know, it's curious.
Nope.
Right?
Nope, he's still on black tires. Maybe he had some wing damage and needed the pit.
It looks like as we look right now, Wiggins has been on pit road for about 82 seconds. So he's been on there for a while, AJ.
Yeah, that could be fixing damage or whatever. But he's going very slow on the racetrack as it is right now. So
Yeah.
I'm curious on what's going on with him. As let's go look at the battle for the lead, because it looks like Spencer has Jesse right on his butt.
Yeah, he does. He has Spencer right there where he wants him. And Jesse is putting the pressure now to the back bumper a little bit of Spencer. And that's what you need to do. Just keep the pressure alive throughout all 40 laps here tonight at Long Beach, and really just keep the pressure there. That's your main goal.
Yep.
If you're up front. And as they run right now, AJ, kind of a note, your points leader, Scott, would lose the points lead if they finish the way they are right now.
Yeah, all this season, Scott has, to my knowledge, been the points leader.
Yeah.
And it's the last 3 races, 2 or 3 races, Spencer has really come on strong and has eliminated that deficit.
Yeah, and look at him out front right now leading the way. Again, if you're Scott, you've got to try to find a way, as much as you're racing this racetrack, to either A, not give up many points to Spencer as much as you can, or B, finish in front of him. But right now it's just Webb all over the back bumper of Spencer.
I know we have a hell of a battle for first and second right now, so I'm actually going to throw it to you. We did this in the last couple races. I kind of want to go jump to Jesse Webb's onboard to see how he is maneuvering that steering wheel and really putting the pressure on Spencer Marsh.
Well, let's look here. There's on board with Marsh, but here's Webb. Look how he's not jerky. Well, it's a little jerky, but for Long Beach.
But those are the bumps of the street course.
I mean, for Long Beach, he's doing a really good job keeping it smooth into the corners. Right down next to the curb, hitting the apex beautifully. You know, he's running it. Now, right here, AJ, you'll notice these cars duck under that curbing there. And that is a spot you can do that and get away with it. However, I'll point it out as we come around through here. You come right here, you can kind of cut it real close there. But this part of the racetrack, if you try to cut, see that asphalt on that side of the curbing, you will get a time penalty for. So this track's a little tricky because there's spots that you can take advantage of inner asphalt, and then there's spots where you can't do it at all.
Yeah, and you've had races here before, and you said you've won a couple races here before.
Yeah.
Now, I just wanted to take a look at a lap as Jesse is trying to pass the 34 of Spencer Marsh, but he's really putting the pressure on him.
He is doing that.
Look at the wall.
A little bit there, but no real damage. And these two are really putting on hard pace up front. And if you're Scott right here behind them in third, you just let these two front cars battle it out here and hope somebody maybe breaks a wing off or something up in front of you. Because if you do that, if you lose a front wing here, you're toast. You're banana toast.
You're game over.
Yeah, you're done. Because you don't have enough front downforce to make the car turn the way you need it to turn, basically. Ooh, car behind him in the wall. Mitch Heller going to get a piece of that fence.
Doesn't look like there's a lot of damage.
No. But look at this.
But the car is not happy right now.
Yeah, Heller's on the verge of coming to pit road, I do believe. Car is very tweaky for him.
It doesn't look like there's a lot of damage visually on his car. He might have something mechanically gone wrong after hitting that.
Oh, did Scott just get a piece of it? Very close in turn one. Now locks up the brakes. Scott, I do believe, grabbed a piece of that turn one barrier.
Yeah, you definitely don't want to do that. And that brings you to your point. You're racing the track.
Man, oh man, points leader nearly at least came close, AJ, to putting that car into the outside wall. Man, I love this racetrack, to be honest with you.
I do too. It's another racetrack with very tight turns that you need to be precise with every corner you take. But something I've noticed, and I think you will agree with me here, that 3 car is very good, half a lap to the end of the lap.
Yeah.
While the 34 of Spencer Marsh is good from hitting the line all the way up until probably...
Oh, that was Heller.
Is that Mitch again?
Yeah, that was Heller. Got a piece of it here. But look at this. Webb all over the back bumper. Here comes the move. But he's not going to have the lane. Great job by your points leader to kind of block the lane here. Let's take a look. Push to pass. Webb still has every one of them right now, AJ.
So he's doing each one on pure strength alone.
Yeah, which I'm not going to lie, I'm a little surprised at.
They're about to come up on lap traffic here.
Lap traffic could be huge for these two cars. 10 laps going to go on the board this time by. You got to look at what you're doing here as they continue to run up front. When do they come to pit road to make that jump over the reds? Because I think that's going to be very important, as even as those cars are.
Well, if it's anything like Formula One and their tires, the black compound tire would probably last you for about, I'd say maybe 35-ish laps, but maybe because of iRacing and it only being a 40-lap race, you're probably going to want to come in at about 20, 25-ish.
Yeah.
Maybe a little bit past that.
Yeah, you don't want to be the guy that's left out there long term on them, due to the fact they are about a second, at least a second to a second and a half slower a lap for the fast guys that can take advantage of it. For instance, I think Spencer's fastest race in practice was 107, and right now he's running 110s, and his best lap of the race is a 109. So about a 2-second gap, and I know when he ran that fast lap, AJ, he was on reds. So
the fastest lap in practice is held by Jesse Webb at a 107.6. The fastest lap in qualifying was the 34 of Spencer Marsh at a 107.3. So those are your session leaders with point times.
yeah, so you look at that and you say, okay, they're on average, their best lap of the race is a 109. So they're a second to 2 seconds or so slower on the blacks than they were on the reds, right? So again, it's monkey see, monkey do out front.
And I would look to see Jesse Webb come down first. Try to short pit just a little bit.
All over that rear wing right now of Spencer Marsh. Marsh keeping him at bay. Scott's falling back. Again, he may have gotten a wall a little bit earlier on that's kind of hindered his car as he works his way through. So he's falling off the pace of those front two about a second a lap, AJ.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, but, he's only in third right now, so he just needs to minimize the damage done.
Yeah, that's what he needs to do. It is unfortunate, but kind of somewhat expected as well, AJ. Here at Long Beach.
Whenever we do a street course, it's expected that it's a very tough course.
Yeah.
Just look at this last turn.
Ew, so tight there, and still nose to tail up front. Not giving up an inch as either one of these drivers leading.
Honestly, I'm thinking that tight turn, that U-turn, is more difficult at Long Beach than it is at Monaco.
Oh yeah, I'm thinking it is as well. As you can see them dicing back and forth. Now this is really the only battle we have on the racetrack at the moment. But what a battle it is between Marsh and Webb for this race lead right now, AJ.
Yeah, this is the only... It's not the only battle. You have Joey and Dale for 6th and 7th within a couple, maybe a second half of each other, but
yeah,
this is the big battle of the racetrack right now, because if Spencer loses this lead, Scott can actually take a sigh of relief.
Yeah, exactly. And again, he'll still, for the points gain we've seen earlier from last week's race, Scott would still lose the points lead, but it wouldn't be nearly as detrimental as it would be right now. Got this lurking back there in the background, AJ. I wonder if he's just hoping that something will go wrong up in front of him.
Oh, I would definitely be hoping for that, but then again, you don't want them to clog the whole track.
Well, there's the problem, and the issue is, if you break a right front suspension here in the Indy car, I don't know how I'd know about that here, you have to limp that thing all the way around this racetrack. I mean, it's a long way to limp that thing back home. It becomes a 14 to 40 complete. And look at him closing in on the lap traffic little by little, AJ.
Yeah. Leandre in the 6 is actually running comparable times to the leader. I think he just might have gotten into something that caused him to be this far back.
Yeah.
But the 87 is about a second and a half slower than the leader, so they're going to catch him pretty soon.
Yeah, they're coming down the front straightaway now, and you see the leaders coming back of your screen. There's Weiser as well. Everybody trying to work their way through here at the Long Beach circuit. 14 of 40 complete. And I'm telling you what, Jess has kept that pressure alive right there on the back bumper of Marsh. Very impressive for him.
I am very impressed by that 3 car. Very, very impressed. And I'm also very impressed by the 34 car to not be intimidated by how good that 3 car is.
What I like about it is the 3 and the 34 both. They're not overdriving the car just because there's another driver right with them.
No,
right.
I think they're just taking what it'll give them.
Yeah. You've got plenty of time to overdrive the car in the final lap, right? That's where you go yeehaw and you give it everything it's got, right? But you're 15 in, you've got a long way to go, you've got pit stops, cycles coming. You don't want to yeehaw it just yet. As now they're all but there to lap traffic wisely going to dive out of the way. Very good move by lap traffic there to get clear of these late race leaders.
Yeah, great job, Eric. It is greatly appreciated to the leaders.
And really he did a good job, because here at Long Beach, there's not many places other than that front straightaway that you can hide like that.
Absolutely. They're very tight turners, especially that fountain turner.
So if you catch them, it's all about catching lap traffic in the right place here. If you catch them down the straightaways, they can get over for you. But if you catch them in the very technical section,
what happened to Scott? Scott's on pit road.
Scott down pit road. Is he making that stop?
I think he might be on red tires now. Hold on.
Yep. That's exactly what he did. He went and got red. Smart play. Now
but I think they're going to wear out before the end of the race.
We're going to see here how that works out for Scott.
But he's got to be careful.
The 38 also on pit road now.
Those cold tires will spin you out real fast.
Yeah. Now we've got our pit stop board thing up, AJ. We're watching the 38 currently on pit road. Does these drivers up front hit pit road as well here?
I think they're far enough ahead to they're not going to lose a lot of time by staying out.
Right.
And they're going to be switching to the fast tire anyway, so I think they could stay out as long as they want, because they're really 8 seconds ahead of third place right now.
Yeah, exactly. Now we're going to keep this updated here. But these guys up front still battling it out here early on here at Long Beach, AJ. Well, not early on, about 20. Wow, we're almost 17 laps in this thing. This race flying by already.
This race is flying by. And it's been a very entertaining race throughout the whole field. Like, the main battle is for first and second, but there's attrition all over this racetrack.
Yeah. It's just right now that main battle is so good as they come up on slowly more lap traffic once again. Man, what a race up front here as you see more cars diving down pit road as we speak, AJ. Some more cars electing to come down. And let's see, that is Scott back on pit road once again. And he must have gotten a speeding penalty. He'll exit the pit road here again off of pit road, and this time even more trouble. I believe he got in a wall on exit as well. Wow.
That ain't good at all.
There he is. He's right there, running 7th now.
Ooh, I thought he was going to hit that coming out of there.
Now, if you're Marsh, does this change how you run the rest of this race now?
Absolutely not. You need to run your race. Don't worry about what anybody else is doing.
don't know.
Ooh, that 10 car looks real out of shape right there.
Marsh leads here, but I don't know.
Marsh is missing the left half of his wing, and he can't turn. Actually, I think that left front tire is broken.
Oh no!
Not Marsh. Not Marsh. Mitch.
Mitch. Yeah,
The 10 car.
Yeah, he's got trouble as well.
He'll make it to pit road, but it's gonna be a definite struggle. He's crawling.
Trying to get a camera on him here, right here. Oh yeah,
he can't make that final turn.
Oh, he's got to back up. Very dangerous. He's gonna get
Good thing
the wall.
there's nobody around.
And that's the danger, AJ. Is you get that wall, he's gonna limp it down to pit road now. Wow.
I mean, good for him to make it back to pit road and save himself a tow, but that could have got real hairy if anybody else was around him.
2 cars now back on pit road here. Are you surprised there with the trouble?
Not really, because it's known to happen in these really tight turns, and especially right where he hit. He hit going into turn 8. And that's a very tight right-handed turn. Right. And sometimes people just go wide and either hit the tire barriers or the wall that is right after the tire barriers.
Eller's still on pit road down there, back to the race lead. Marsh and Webb continuing to lead right now as they fight their way back up through 20 of 40 laps complete here tonight from the Long Beach circuit here for the Road to Indy Racing League. So that is what we see at the moment. And now Mitch Heller is clear of pit road, back to the race lead up front.
Yeah, everybody had one fast repair.
Yeah. So he's used that one fast repair up right now, I do believe. As they continue to run right now, AJ fighting up front, doing a great job as they continue to fight through here at Long Beach Circuit. And what a race it's been. Cars coming off right now, nose to tail race leaders. Continuing to lead here, 20 laps in, coming up to that halfway marker, AJ.
Yeah, this is once we hit halfway, that's where I'm really starting to expect people to really hit pit road.
Got me as well, 20 of 40 on the board this time. Up front, nose to tail, and what racing we have seen all night.
Yeah, especially out of these front two, Spencer Marsh and Jesse Webb.
Yeah,
they've been on. Jesse's been on Spencer's butt this whole race, and credit to Spencer of not, folding under the pressure.
Look at Ken Cramdell and Dale right here we're looking at in fourth. Ken in third. Both these drivers are looking at great finishes here tonight.
Yeah, Ken is up from sixth, and Dale is up from fourth.
That's a great deal for both them, and you never know. Webb and Marsh get in trouble. We've done seen one car had to limp it all the way around here. So you've seen just how hard it can be on these cars to limp around this racetrack.
Yeah. Oh, and Spencer hits pit road. We have the leader on pit road.
Spencer pit road. Everyone else going to fall in line. There goes Webb on through as they continue to run right now. So we got Spencer pit road. What do you think, AJ?
I think Webb is going to hit pit road next, like this upcoming lap.
I would agree. Here.
If he does not, I see a huge distant gap that Spencer's going to get on him.
Yeah, if he don't do it now, yeah, that's not going to be good. You got to make that move now, in my opinion, as well. But we continue to fight through.
Jesse Webb's coming into turn 8 right now, nice and clear.
And we are continuing here.
Ooh, Spencer spins it out in turn 1.
Oh no, Spencer around. We'll get you to it as quick as we can. We had an overlay freeze, but we'll get you over there. That's why our camera wasn't changing for a moment. So Spencer lost it coming out pit road, AJ.
Yes, he did. And we do have the leader, Jesse Webb, hitting pit road as we speak now.
He'll come down for tires and
Oh,
fuel.
Spencer kills the wall.
Oh my goodness, Spencer
He kills
in
the wall coming out of 5. He has no front end.
Oh no, as we get the overlay back up, we'll get you to Spencer and check in on that scenario that just occurred. Spencer Marsh, points leader, car demolished, AJ.
This could be big.
Let's go take another look here. We just talked about. Oh no, as he was coming out of pit road here, AJ, we're watching it now.
Well, here's the turn 1 spin, and then he had a turn 5 collision with the wall. It's these new tires. It's the fresh tires. I said it when I can't remember who our first person hitting pit road was, but the minute that happened, you got to take care of these tires.
Yeah, we're watching it now. And
Here it comes.
Oh, he
It
did
just snapped.
not want to see that.
No, that you can kiss his, night goodbye pretty much. But he does. I would expect to have that fast repair.
Now Ken leads the way. He has not pitted. This is going to hand this race handily over to Webb, who is now leading with 19 to go.
Oh yeah, it will definitely just hand it right to Ken, unless we see a caution. But I don't think there are cautions in this league, is there?
No, there is no yellows at all. So right now, Scott there leading the way. And Scott leads. Mitch Heller.
Yeah, he takes his fast repair, and Spencer is back on the racetrack.
So for reference here, Scott is now 4th. Spencer now 7th. Man, oh man. And this was what I was worried about when I said it earlier on, AJ. If you remember me saying, does it change the way you race? And you said no. He just had an opportunity to really gain some points on Spencer, now kind of, or on Scott, now kind of swinging the other way. So now if you're Scott, you're running 4th, keep the car there, and you're going to extend your points lead.
I think the only mistake Spencer made was trying to get too much out of his cold tires.
Yeah. I still think I would have took it more easy here. I just, your point, I hate to say the word points racing, right? I hate that word, but at some point you almost have to. What do you think this is going to do with Road America and Sebring left on the schedule, the only 2 races left?
It's going to put a real emphasis on not wrecking your car.
Yeah. Luckily, those 2 tracks not nearly as tight as here at Long Beach, but still not easy places to run either.
No, I think the easiest track, and I know it's the bigger of the 2, is Road America. Sebring, while it's an more open of a track, it's a very more technical track.
Exactly. Now, if you're Spencer Marsh, what you don't want to do is make any more mistakes. You can still gain. Right now, he's behind Dale, right? 15 seconds. But he's also, we know he's pretty quick. How many points can he make up now? That's going to be the other question.
Out of all, honestly, let me see where Dale is, and let me see where Spencer is. Oh, God, that's a big difference.
That's about 13 and a half seconds now, but he is gaining rapidly.
Oh, God, absolutely. Yeah, a 109.3 compared to Dale's 111.7.
Now, the only problem for him is Mitch, who is the next car in front of Dale, pretty much matched his lap time with a 109.3 last time. So he could probably pick up 6th, but I don't know if he could pick up 5th.
Yeah, well, you're in damage control.
Yeah.
You're 100% into damage control now.
And somebody's got to be on the radio in Webb's ears telling him, hey, dude, you got a 17-second lead. Don't push the issue. 15 to go. You have got this race handed to you on a platter with a side of eggs and bacon. I mean, do not push his car too hard right now. He's running 109.3s, and I don't even think he needs to run that, AJ.
No, he's got a good-sized lead. As we're coming to 15 to go, you are watching Extreme Sim TV.
And the Road to Indy Racing League here. Don't forget to hit the like, comment, and subscribe button. Extreme Sim TV, your home for all your virtual racing action as we thunder towards 2022, AJ.
Yeah, I'm really excited for that AMA modified.
Yeah,
but let's not get to February just yet. Let's enjoy this Road to Indy series because Jesse is putting an, excuse my French here, an ass whooping on the field.
Yeah, he is just gone. Jess is gone.
I would have 100% liked to see Spencer and Jesse completely, back and forth this whole time. It was awesome to watch, but being on those cold tires, you're very loose. You could easily spin out and lose your car, which I think is exactly what happened to Spencer.
Yeah, but look what's happening right here, AJ. Falling into the gap to Mitch Heller is Scott. That's another position that can change hands. It's, you almost wonder if Heller gets by Scott and then Spencer can get by Dale, then we're only a 1 point or 1 position gap over the two.
Yeah.
So
which anything can happen.
Yeah, anything can happen, but that almost helps Spencer Marsh out in a lot of ways.
Oh yeah, Spencer is Mitch's biggest cheerleader right now.
And here goes the move to the bottom of and oh boy, this is going to be tight.
Look for the crossover.
Oh no, don't go there. Don't do that. Smart move, jumping back in the line.
No, but I think that 10 car is going to have the nope. That was a good play by both of them.
Yeah,
coming out of that final turn.
You can't get the run on the bottom. That's what I was talking about earlier. That was a perfect example of why the bottom lane don't work. Now, if he'd have drove it off in there on the outside and then been on the inside and been dead even, that would work. But that's also a very high risk maneuver with low chances of a good outcome.
I mean, I've seen some people make it work, but not that many, to be honest with you. Mitch really needs to just keep the pressure on Spencer at the moment.
Yeah, Mitch on the back of Scott there. Scott doing everything he did. Now, Spencer, you want to talk about Spencer, man? He's got that gap down to 5 seconds to Dale. So he's knocked it from 15 to 5. I think he will get around Dale. Man, oh man.
I think it's a very good possibility he can get around Dale. It's just he's really rooting. Well, if I was Spencer, I'd be really rooting for Mitch right now.
Yeah, because that's another spot, right? That's going to change back. As we roar towards Sebring here in just a few weeks for championship night. What a night it's going to be. We're going to crown a champion in 2 weeks' time in Sebring International Raceway. That's going to be a lot of fun 2 weeks from tonight.
Hey, Matt, I'm curious. Go look at Scott and Mitch. How many push-to-passes do they have left?
Well, let's find out, buddy. Let's look. Mitch Heller has 10.
Oh, wow.
And I don't even know if is there a push-to-pass zone here, I'm wondering.
I thought it was on all road courses.
Oh,
there
it
must
is.
be.
Yeah, because Scott's got 1 left. Scott has already used that up tenfold. So look at that. Mitch has 10 to Scott's 1. I mean, yeah, I hate to say it, buddy, but you don't have a lot of ammo in the gunfight here.
No.
And lap traffic just in front of them here. Bad place to catch it. Oh, everybody mind their P's and Q's. Way wide, but they make it work. Wow, Mitch lost some ground through that cycle, AJ. Around that lap traffic.
Yeah, but at least they both made out of it.
That was a very, very bad place to catch a lap car. That is not what you want to do. And the poor lap car could do nothing. He was just kind of helpless. He's like, Well, I'm here. You got to go around me.
Big wreck in the fountain turn. Scott got killed, it looked like.
Big trouble in the fountain turn. Scott's car destroyed again here tonight.
I think that was Scott and Joey, if you want to rewind to it.
Let's take a look here once again. How many times are we going to see it tonight? Well, this thing, the complexion changes again in the fountain turn. Let's see. We'll watch a little bit of run up to it. This was the battle between Scott and Heller, AJ. What happened is going to...
you got like a full almost lap to go, so...
Hang on, I got you. I know why it's a lap. Technology, right?
Should be right, coming up right here.
All right, let's take a look. Lap traffic's there. Oh, again.
That actually might be... That was Clinton.
Oh, man.
Bad spot to catch lap traffic right there.
One more look here.
Oh, and Scott's sitting on pit road.
Oh, he went
now.
around again, AJ. Oh, no.
That just helped Spencer out again.
He was trying to limp the car home, and watch right here. That back tire floppy, and gone. Wow. Oh, my goodness. Well,
Major championship implications.
You can say that again with 10 laps to go. We know Wiggins didn't do it on purpose. He's on pit road with the front wing ripped off the car. But Scott's night is all but over as he sets on pit road here. Now back up front, Webb leads this thing. 17-second lead over Ken and Mitch and Spencer Marsh. And look at Spencer just sitting there after everything that went wrong for him earlier. This thing has come back his way.
Oh, I'd be happier than a pig and poop right now if I was Spencer. Because he's still a lap down and everything, but he definitely is gaining points now because of it. Which we have some cloud cover on the racetrack right now.
My man, I'd be more happier than Hugh Hefner at the Playboy Mansion right now if I'm here. I'm ecstatic.
Dude, I'd be so happy at the Playboy Mansion.
That's not what we were going for, Jess. I do not condone that comment. Don't throw something at me. 8 laps to go. Jessica, I do not condone your man's behavior. See what you did? You took a comment and you turned it to get yourself in trouble.
I'm not in trouble yet.
You're going to be if she ever hears that sound clip. Webb out.
So we're in the final 9 laps right now. As don't know why I'm watching your screen and only watching Scott on mine.
That works.
So, what are your checkered flag and black flags for the race so far tonight?
Checkered flag, it's going to go to Jess Webb. Great job. The big black flag in the room has to go to both Scott and Spencer Marsh. You know, both of them had their own adversity. Unfortunately, Scott's going to impact him a little bit more. But, man, you can't make those type of mistakes in championship battles.
No, and you're 100% correct with that. I was actually going to use those 2 exact same ones.
Yeah, it's you can't, man. You can't make those mistakes. And we'll see it again coming up later on tonight, as we got another championship battle to go focus on in just a little bit. You know, so I mean, both these leagues and Road to Indy and the Pony Express Pro 4s coming down to game time.
So, Matt, I'm going to do something real quick, and it's just to help one of my buddies out who is also a streamer and broadcaster.
Go ahead.
And I know you don't mind. If you wanted to look up somebody who is doing NASCAR Heat 5 and he's broadcasting right now. He's under Desert Shark 7117 on Twitch. It is the NUS Daytona 250 right now, so go check them out. They're a bunch of good guys. And there you go, TJ, I plugged you.
There you go, buddy. TJ, go get them over there on the Heat 5. You know, that's one thing I've never done. and I don't know how I would do it, but I wouldn't mind calling a Heat 5 race.
You would go into participation viewing, and you would do it like that. You wouldn't have any overlay, unfortunately, with it.
Yeah, that's the unfortunate part. As we got car on pit road, but we continue to run. Right now, there's Spencer Marsh fourth at the moment. So, AJ, what are you thinking? 7 laps to go here from the Long Beach Raceway here in round number 8. What a night it's been.
It's been a fantastic night.
And again,
this Jesse Webb has put on a clinic.
Yeah, he has absolutely put on like a one of them talk clinics where you have to pay to enter, with a seminar. Yeah, he's put on a complete seminar over this race here tonight.
And all he did was stay consistent tonight.
Yeah, he did exactly what you got to do at Long Beach. Don't make any boo-boos. We've talked about that. We said that coming in, that was the main thing. That wasn't even an AJ's keys to the race. That was a Matt and AJ key to the race. Do not make boo-boos. Well, Matt, we are closing down to the final 5 laps. What have you thought overall?
I've thought that to win this race, you were going to have to be the most consistent car. And it is really shown with Spencer making his mistakes and Scott making his mistakes.
Yeah, it has the Monday night doubleheader shuffle that we do every Monday night as we continue to rock it here from the Long Beach Speedway here. So I'm going to check chat. We don't really have anything in chat, but 5 to go here, and right now, if Jess don't make a mistake, he's going to complete this thing off. Well, are you ready for round 8 of the Pony Express coming up, AJ?
Absolutely, because that's another racetrack that they're going to be at that's going to be up in my neck of the woods.
Yeah, so I mean the doubleheader between Long Beach and New Hampshire. 2 total different types of racetracks. Total different cars, total different racetracks. Should be a great one. But right now, if you're Webb, what are you doing, AJ, to make sure you bring this car home in one piece?
Oh, you're 23 seconds ahead of second place, so just take your turns easy. There's no reason to really be pushing hard right now. You have 23 seconds to give up in 4 laps, so...
Well, we've seen it with Scott. You know, if he oversteps his car, you know, all of a sudden that 23 seconds means nothing. Because the problem is, as we saw with Scott, you get into the wall here, you're going to severely damage your race car.
Yeah, and you don't have that much time to give up to have to pit.
Yeah, Ken would be in the catbird seat, basically, at that point. Now,
while I don't see Webb making an issue, Ken already is in the catbird seat.
Look. There he is. Right there. Heller 31 seconds off of him. So everybody pretty equally spread apart here. It is strictly now racing the racetrack at Long Beach. Man, what a night it's been. And this might be the most DNFs of a race we've had. Joey out, Scott out, Clinton Wiggins out, and Eric McCarthy. All 4 of those drivers already back at their hauler, loaded up, going home.
Yeah, we have a lot of DNFs tonight, which is unfortunate.
But we said it last week when we knew we were coming here, that this was a very, very big possibility. Like, big possibility. And it's coming to fruition. Webb right here leading the way, inching his way through these final corners. Trying to come to 2 to go. Again, you just want to bring it home nicely for a win at Long Beach. Man, this is a huge deal, getting a league win at Long Beach. It's got to be a good feeling on his behalf. see what I can do here in a couple of weeks in a truck, AJ, when we come back here to Long Beach for the truck series that I'm in now.
In a truck series at Long Beach?
Yep.
That's going to be really difficult, especially that last turn.
Yep.
Have you practiced here at all yet with it?
Yes, getting the truck through the last turn is like wrangling a bull through a little bitty gate. You're literally turning the wheel as far as it'll go, just to get.
And then it still doesn't turn.
It still doesn't want to turn. You're on the brakes. You can get it done, but it's not as nimble as an Indy car. Coming to 2 to go here. White flag this time by for Jess Webb leading, Ken Cramb in second, Mitch Heller in third.
Well, Mitch Heller's got to be really happy because he had an incident earlier in the race, and he's actually going to pull away with a third-place finish tonight.
Spencer Marsh, he has to be happy. He completes these last few laps, and really, regardless, he'll be taking over the points lead after race number 8 here tonight.
Yeah.
So, again, now the shoes on his foot to maintain at Road America and Road Atlanta and Sebring. So, 1 to go this time by. Webb leads. The flagman gonna have the white flag in the air. The Tropical Travels white flag is in the air to AJ.
And all he needs to do is another minute and 10 seconds at most to just get around Long Beach. Take it nice and easy. Now would be the worst time for him to make a mistake because there is no second try at a last lap.
No, there is not. Just limp this thing home. Don't even push it. Just limp it. Because realistically, he's got 26 seconds, AJ. He can literally just coast this thing pretty much from here.
Yeah.
I mean, you've got this thing on check.
He can really limp it home.
Yeah. Back to the right here. Through what be the scary sections, I felt like he's in pretty good shape. This last little hard breaker right here can get you in trouble as long as he clears here. Down through the left-hander. Now you can just coast, AJ. And right here, Jess Webb out of the final corner. Double checker flags in the air at Long Beach. Having a little bit of celebrating there. You don't want to do that too early and lose the car. But Jess Webb gonna get it done here at Long Beach, buddy.
What a fast race.
Now, I might have tried to celebrate like that one time and actually spun the car in the fence. So
before the start-finish line?
Before the start-finish line.
You butthead.
Right now, Ken to second. He's going to come home P2. Great run for Ken here at Long Beach. Now in third, Mitch Heller trying to get this car to the start-finish line as well, AJ. Wow, what a night, man. What a night at Long Beach, AJ, buddy.
Yeah, it was definitely very eventful all night. There was action all the way across the board. A couple people got into it when they didn't mean to.
Yeah.
You had Spencer get messed up with a lap down car. I think it was the 8 car of Clinton Wiggins. I think Clinton was probably trying to stay out of the way, but in the fountain turn, that's a really hard turn to pass somebody in the first place. So that was unfortunate.
Get there, Webb, Ken there, second, Heller third, Marsh in fourth, Level in sixth here tonight, or in fifth. Sixth going to go to Weiser. Joey seventh, Scott comes home eighth, Wiggins in ninth, and McCarthy in 10th. That's the way they round out this. So AJ, big changes points-wise here for this series here tonight at Long Beach.
Yeah, big changes.
Guys, we will get ready here. Again, we got another one coming up here in a moment, but I'm going to hold just a moment. As you see, right now, Webb, a great job. Well, what do you say we go take a look at those point standings here, AJ?
Let's do it.
OBS has a mind of its own. So we'll load some screenshots while we get ready to go here. And you can look at these beautiful lightsabers from the Nerds Doing Nerds Things podcast. And we'll get ready to go grab what the points look like here after this round, AJ. I totally didn't get tongue-tied at all, buddy. Didn't happen.
Yeah, it's fine. You'll be good.
Yeah, we'll be good.
We'll keep you.
Yeah, man, what a night, though, man. I'm just so impressed with Webb and everything going on there.
Yeah, tonight was a very good night.
So I'm going to hop on over to the iRacing website and let's take a look at where this is going to line out here as we get closer to the season finale, AJ.
Yeah, what's next? Road Atlanta or... Not Road Atlanta, Road America or Sebring?
Road America's next. Sebring will end off the year.
Okay, so Road America is one of my favorite tracks. So I'm really curious to see how...
Yeah, me too.
How they maneuver getting around.
So we're going to pull this up. Pulling it up now, AJ. How far back do you think he is before I tell you?
Who, Scott?
Yeah, after the night. He
Well, I don't know their point scale, so I'm gonna say probably 12.
12 is your guess. Well, keep in mind, guys, he came in 2 to the good, and it has not updated yet. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like they haven't applied the points yet. But I will tell you, you go to Long Beach, and I can give you an idea of what it actually will be when it does update. So, the survey says, so Marsh, buddy, coming home 4th, right? He's going to pick up a total of, let's see, well, it's not giving me points on that one. That is weird. That's scoring everybody with 0 points right now, AJ.
Well, that's not good.
Yeah,
there's probably a mistake there.
Yeah, they'll have to fix it. Well, we were going to talk about it, but we can't. But, man, we come back next week. It's going to be all important for those guys, I think.
Yeah, Spencer's going to need to keep doing what he's doing without making mistakes.
Yeah,
he's been very good these last couple weeks. It's just today he had an issue. He made one mistake, but, he still gained points tonight because Scott made one more mistake.
Yeah. And that's the problem, right? You make a boo-boo and it's hard to recover, man. It really is. But we will see next week when we move the schedule along to round number 9 here in just a week's time. But with that being said, AJ, we got to go hop on our jet here and get over to New Hampshire.
Yeah, that's a 5-6 hour flight.
Well, our jet is like supersonic, so role play here that we're already there. That works. All right, folks, we'll see you in a few moments in New Hampshire.